In 1976, in the summer, had this woman that swept me off my feet. I met my wife. She was talking a lot about going to college, and I hadn't really given it much thought. I was busy working, kind of worked pretty much full-time through high school. So when I went home that fall, I asked my mother, I said, Mom, Mara's going to college, and I don't know, what do you think? I was thinking maybe I should go to college. I'd gone to an experimental high school, mostly for smart kids. My mother finagled a way to get me in. And it was pass-fail. It was for kids that were progressive, that really needed to move ahead and didn't want to stay with the current flow of students. So I had a lot of passes in a pass-fail high school. So my mother said, why don't you go see the guidance counselor, see what she thinks. I went to see the guidance counselor. She told me that she didn't think college would be a good idea for me. I should probably go to a trade school. So I went home and I told my mother. When I told her that when I saw Mrs. Saunders about the fact that she didn't think I should go to college, I can't use the language here, but she went crazy. So she said, get that book, the book we used to kind of look at to see all the schools. I mean, the only interest I had in that book, when I went to look at the schools, on the top they had the male-female ratio. So I was always, trying to see the schools that had the most amount of girls. And my mother's like, no. You're going to be an accountant, and I want you to find the best school in New York State. So I did, and I got to Syracuse. And my mother said, listen, I have zero contribution. We have no money. I said, Mom, that's a problem. We have no money. I'm pass-fail, and I've got 760 on my SAT scores combined. Now that's just between us. That's kind of. So she said, well, you're going to have to make a sale. So when I went to Syracuse and I went to the admissions office for that interview, I had told the lady there, nice lady that I had an interview with, I had told her that this is the most beautiful place I'd ever seen in my life. So we went through the interview, and I said, at the end, I realized I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So at the end, I said to her, listen, I want to tell you two things before I leave. If you figure out a way to help me get into this school, I promise you two things. I'll leave no stone unturned, and I will come back one day and make you proud. So, she said, you're a very interesting young man. I'm going to have to put some work into this thing. I'm going to get back to you. Sure enough, I was lucky enough to get into Syracuse. I think that there is an art to keeping your promise. And I think, one of the things I always promised my mother is that I'd make her proud. And I did promise that lady that I was going to come back one day and make her proud. And I definitely left no stone unturned here.